making friends that I don't need.
let me just check that you can hear me okay. Hey guys, the music volume seemed to be very low. Can you hear the music, guys? Let me just check this for you. Hello! Hi, Duchess. Hello, Streaker. Oh, Lefore, hi. Thank you so much for the share. Luna, hi, love. How are you doing? Not really, no. I can say that. Hang on. Sometimes the music is so loud, and sometimes it's so soft. Oh, so gentle. So low. Let's try like this. Usually it gets too loud though. We'll just see. The sheep and Teddy. Yeah, I know, aren't they adorable? Their hugs. Huggy hug. We also have Kuno. He's right here. You can't see him. We'll see if he shows up during the stream. He was the main event last stream. He was right here next to me. Hello, Hasating. I love your name. Welcome, dear. Oh, the chief bubble is here. Hello, Fabian. How are you doing? Who is in the background? Do you mean the portrait? Can you guess who made this beautiful portrait of me? Or do you mean a fluffy dog? This one is a beautiful plushie that I've had for very long. I think I got him a Christmas when I was pretty young. And so many believe him to be a real dog. Isn't he beautiful? I love having him there. And this portrait, oh, hang on, there, was gifted to me by the community, by Pagacrimes, by Blue Water, and Lady Luna Star. And guess who the painter is? It's Lady Luna. Always doing fine when I see you. I've been up and everything. Oh, it's beautiful seeing you, Fabian. You honestly thought it was real last time. Yeah, I know. We've not fooled because it was never intentional, but many people thought it to be real. He's so adorable. We do have some cats who are with us in our household that sometimes show up though. So how have you been? How has the week been for you? As you can tell, I'm pretty tired, but I'm in this beautiful little streaming mood today. So we're gonna open up the queue, and for you who are new, oh, hang on. I saw someone write in chat. Hang on, I saw Octomas. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to your day. I absolutely love that sentence. I recognize you, and also Duchess, and especially Shrika, maybe Duchess too, from Lady Luna's healing stream yesterday. Wasn't that beautiful? I love coming there every Thursday night. It's midnight for me, and just sit here and be part of that beautiful energy. I love it. I adore it. Nikki, hello. It's been a week. Reorganizing everything. I resonate with that, Luna. Feel like 2021 is going to turn into 2020. I'm sorry, Duchess. I hope that we can bring you some bubbles of warmth and joy along the way. Hello, Shiro. You redeemed channel points? I saw hesitating. We are gonna start very shortly with the queue. For you who are new, there are a long list of pending people. How we do it in this channel or on this channel is that people who joined, they will stay in queue. We do not rush things here. We take it at a pace that is needed. We enjoy your little time, meaning that if you do not get your transference today, you will go into a list that is called pending, the pending list. And those people are prioritized for next available slots of streaming. So if you are first in queue today, that means that you are first in the present queue. But there can be people who are pending that will jump ahead of you because they waited for a longer time. This is how we do it on this channel. However, I always work with my guides, and I will always do what they ask of me first and foremost. So if I feel there is someone coming in who I feel I want to give a transference to and interact with immediately, I will do so. Otherwise, it is a fully, what's it called? You keep your slots in queue, so to speak, and who has waited the longest gets to come first. That's how we do it. But it's beautiful seeing all of you here. And I hope that whether you get your transference today or not, I hope that we can bring some warmth, some love, some joy, inspiration. Just enjoy our beautiful Friday together. So welcome, all of you. I felt like I wanted to say that today. So I saw we're gonna start off with your sentence. Hesitate. And then we are gonna Then we're gonna look into the queue and see who is waiting. And a silent figurine pool. So I work with figurines in a way that some people work with tarot cards as part of my energy readings, because I work with energy readings. I do not use tarot cards as of yet. Instead, I have my little figurines. And some of them are here always, and some of them join us for specific readings. There we go. And after each energy reading, they gather around the little candle like this. So a silent figurine pull is when a little figurine wanna come forth simply in themselves, simply in that figurine, with a message that is silent and up for your interpretation. That is a silent figurine pull. So it's like a room pull, but it's with figurines, and you can choose a figurine pull with message or without message. But the love is always there. So we're gonna start with hesitating your sentence. I'm gonna light a little candle to get into the spirit of things. Bit of a pun there. Let's see, which one do we want to use today? I feel like I want to use this one. There we are. And we're going to look into your sentence, and then we are going to check the queue, see who is here to go first, and then we're going to look at your question, Duchess. So hesitating, it's all about nature. When we don't feel we can give time for it, it's always gonna be there for us. Just because you don't have time or space in your schedule right now to breathe with nature, nature always breathes with you. It's interesting. I'm gonna talk about the message that is coming through here because it's a little push. So many of us can resonate right now. We can't really go outside. We are locked indoors. But with you, it's also this, because there's a little bit of more than a sentence here, hesitating. Because we don't have to, just because we don't focus on it at this moment, and people say, hey, you really need to bring this in. So many can resonate with it. You need to bring this into you, into your life. Doesn't mean that you have to fully swallow it. Oh, I know that people resonate with what I'm talking about right now. Oh, you should be outdoors more. You should do this more. And you know inside, yeah, I have this relationship to it, that it's been times, in big points in times where I really been, it's been part of me, and I do miss it sometimes, but I'm focusing on other things now. Doesn't mean other things. Doesn't mean that you need to fully indulge yourself into this. But it's a little nudge in, it's right there for you. Don't feel pressured, and you're gonna find your way to balance, because what you already are doing is your way of balancing yourself. So it's a lot more than a sentence for you, hesitating. And I know that you don't resonate 100% with what I'm saying, but I also can see that there's something in this for you. When people pressure you, gotta go outside, gotta do this, and it comes from out around you, and it comes from inside in, okay, I know this, I know I need to look over this, I know this relationship that I have to it. We want you to know, or we see it as you already know how to find your own balance. So it's about not pressuring you in that sense, but rather saying, we see that you got it under control deep inside. That's what comes through. Mm-hmm. You literally been focused on work. Oh yeah. You had a few 20-hour shifts this week. Mm-hmm. Because it feels like people are pressuring you, both from outside of yourself and from inside of yourself, in memories, in, okay, I gotta exercise more, I gotta not exercise more, but I gotta be outside, I gotta be outdoors, I gotta go back to nature. And it's this pressure that we're talking about. We can see that you got this. You need to focus on what you focus on right now. And it's something that so many can resonate with. But truly, when you can't find time to breathe in nature, nature still breathes for you. That's what I felt for you, dear. Mm. 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 I also want to apologize for my sore throat. My little, I have a cold. We live in an old house. It's beautiful, but our only heat source to keep warm is to burn firewood. And it's a pretty large house, so it's pretty cold. So I'm having a beautiful time, but if you can tell I have a cold, this is why. So that is what I wanted to tell you today, hesitating. Thank you, dear. I'm gonna hydrate, and Duchess ask, how do you manifest fastest? Are you ready for a word, Duchess, that you are so aware of? But it's easier said than done. How do you manifest fastest? Trust. Is that easy? You gotta trust. It is easier said than done, but if we put our intention into trusting this, then we are allowing the energy to have us focus on something else whilst this manifests. It's about letting go. And in that is to trust. Yeah. Thank you, Saturn. It will probably be here forever, my cold. But I'm getting more and more used to it. So it's okay. What about things not under our control? When we want to manifest things, intention. I used to really not like this word. I know that Miss Sin especially spoke a lot about intention. And I used to not like it because I felt, but if we're not focusing on it, it feels like we're just giving it up to something else to say, okay, this is gonna happen. But it is so true, Duchess. It doesn't matter what it is about, because if we think it, it's in our life. I'm gonna decrease the volume somewhat, I think, the music. Let me know if it's okay. If we think about it, it's in our life. It's already part of our experience, and everything that is around us and everything that we are part of in the universe, we're an equal part of this universe as the rest. We will affect one another. And when I say one another, I don't just mean people or other species. I mean every little ounce and ounce of energy. We affect everything that is around us because we're part of it. So when it's outside of our control, if we care enough to want to have it manifest, it is part of our life because we're already thinking about it. So to trust that it will happen, trust that we can give it the time that it needs, and simply put the intention that all will be well, and then focus on something different, you allow that energy to come in at a pace that is the most beneficial to every party involved. So even when it's out of our control, it's still part of our experience. See what I'm saying, Duchess? It's all about trusting. We can believe we trust in the universe, or we trust in ourselves, but we are part of the universe, so it creates the same thing. In my profession, what I get to do every day, I still can't believe I can say it's a profession. But with what I get to do every day, I have people coming to me, and especially, it doesn't always work, but I have people coming to me and saying, for example, I have this person who said, okay, I want a job. I want a job to manifest in front of me. I want my dream job to come to me. And so we did, when we went into the process, we said, okay, our intention, and intention is just inspiration, is to find a job. What are we doing? Are we manipulating the world around us to dance after our flute? Or are we trusting our inner senses, creating a new perspective in where we allow ourselves to trust that what we see, we are part of? It's not about manipulating what is around us. It's about seeing it from a new perspective from within. Did they get the job? Well, that is up to them to take right now, but they've been offered one. Yes. I've seen people manifest going back to school. I've seen people find jobs, finding their, I don't like to say true love, but their true love in the moment, what they feel is true love. I've seen people starting their own business, finding their own ways. Is it about manipulating the universe? No. It's all about flowing with what we already have inside. For that is the universe. I want to go to other planets. This planet sucks sometimes so badly. Maybe Mars. If we look at that, Duchess, is it wrong to manifest someone to divorce if they are forced to arrange marriage without love in order to two soulmates to come together? I don't think we can manipulate or force anything, Duchess. If you look at these two questions that you have, you want to go to other planets because this planet sucks. If we put our intention into visiting another planet, it could be that we actually do, who knows? But what can really happen here, if you look at this, if you put your intention, I want to visit another planet, a new planet for me, and then you focus on something else for a little while, what can happen in this interaction? Well, we can go and visit other planets, but what is most likely? Most likely is that we start to perceive this planet in a different way. We start to slowly appreciate what is around us by finding that one thing or several that makes us feel proud in ourselves. Slowly. And if our intention is so to visit another planet, and we trust this, it could manifest in the way that we perceive this planet as different. So, if we look at this relationship where you wish for someone else to have a divorce, what can you do? Well, you can be there for the person. You can send love, warming thoughts, appreciation, acknowledgement. For what is it that you wish in this interaction? Well, you said you want two soulmates to come together, but you also mean them well. That is the foundation of it, is it not? So if you trust that the emotion that means in finding your soulmate will find its way to this person, and you trust your intuition in where you can be in that process by simply, our thoughts do so much. Our thoughts mean so much. So what is it that you truly want in this interaction? Is it to split them up? Or is it for this person to be happy? Do you see what I'm saying, Duchess? Hello, Tara. Hello, Amanda. Woo! Family here. Do you see what I'm saying, dear? For me personally, manipulation we only do when we don't feel safe in ourselves. Manifestation, we do from within, in our own perception of reality. Happy Friday, poet. That's what I believe. So, is it to focus on them getting divorced? No. It's for them to be happy. It's for all parties to be happy. Put your intention in that. And may that be so that you're happy in you. Thank you. I really just like talking about this, because I do see things changing. I do literally see people finding that job that they've been looking for, or coming into contact with the love of their life, or all these things are happening. But why are they? Because they're with me? Because they started a process with me and I go in and I manipulate the energy to make it so? No. Because we say hi to what we have within and we allow that flow to appreciate what we already have, so that we can invite new perspectives to what is around us. Is it magic? It's love. That difficult and that easy, all at the same time. Hi Shira love. I wish them all, so if they divorce, she can marry a man that will truly love her, and he and me will be also happy together. Imagine marrying a random man or woman just because your parents tell you so. That's weird. No one is happy like that. We're not living in the 1800s. No. And that's true. But as it has already happened, what we can do is simply send warmth, love, appreciation to ourselves so that we can trust. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's all we can do. Trust means that you start to listen. When you trust yourself, when you trust the universe, you start to listen to, so that you make it so yourself, so you can make the changes. Again, it's not magic, it's love. And magic is life, magic is love. But it just is. That's how I look at it. Some heavy karma there? It can definitely be. But no matter the reason for the situation, we're in it, we're part of it. Appreciate it. You have an opportunity here to learn to be. And then we can change it. But only your part. And when you share that, and that love and that trust in you, then that can spread, so that other people also can find that trust, that love, that appreciation, to also create change for themselves. That's how I look at it. Loving oneself is key. Besides building a family on this planet, having a goal or something, give to charity, help people live. What else is there? If all is done, will everything ever be done? Duchess? I believe that we have a tendency that protects us, in that we always want change. No matter what we have, we want change. Why? Because we want to keep on going. We see self-love. We deserve something better, something more, something different. That is love for ourselves. And in that we keep on going. In that we have a reason to experience. So do I think that it will all ever be all said and done? The day that all is said and done, there will yet be another perspective to see all of it from. Once again, the world is endless. And no matter how big, if it's not endless, no matter how vast, I truly believe in the appreciation of where we are, right here and now. Everything that happens in a moment. what we smell, what we think about, what we see, all the stimuli, all the senses. It's quite a beautiful thing, quite remarkable. It deserves some appreciation. Mm. Your biggest sin in life was to love. Mm-hmm. I wrote a musical once that was about that. Sorry, I started to think about that now. I wrote a musical that was about, or it had a number in it, a song number, where that was exactly it. All I ever did, or all I ever did was to love you, was to love. And it's a really heavy story about a woman who is incarcerated, is it called? She's in a mental institution. And it's a really interesting story because it has so many perspectives. It is a story about two young girls who fall in love and then split up, and then the longing for one another, which ends in a really brutal and horrendous scene. But that is one of the perspectives. It's also about a woman who's incarcerated, who is living her life in a cell in a mental institution, and her only touch of reality is her caretaker. And then it's also about a woman who tells the story of her sister, who only thought differently and was taken for not being suited to be part of this world. And then it's also a story about a man who is a caretaker in a mental institution, who becomes the only hope for one beautiful soul. There are layers to this, but I did write the musical, and in one of the numbers, that was just it. The only thing I ever did was to love you. The greatest blessing is to feel such a love, reminds us of the life we have within. Romeo and Juliet, brutal ending just because of love, yeah. But it was also a beautiful ending, because it has layers and perspectives. And some happened within the imagination. Other things happened out in someone else's reality. And you don't really know what is true, because all is. I still hope to make it a reality, this musical, one day. I wrote it as a part of my the last project I did in school, when I went and was taught about acting. When I went to acting school. It sounds very posh. But it's it was just from the 10th to the 12th or 13th grade, we could say. I was studying acting, and as the last project of this education was to write a musical. And we were to set it up and to show it up, or to play it. And our main character, or the person who played the main character, couldn't stay till the end, so to speak. They jumped the role a couple of weeks before the main event. or before we were to perform it. And because it was such a complicated and really difficult role to get into, and because this was in school, I didn't have too many people who could jump in. It never showed. But it's still a dream of mine, because I absolutely love this project. We love each other, but so many blockages, so don't forget it any of it either. Just getting very impatient. Because we already had it and now it's taken away because of circumstances. Then it still lives in you. Find something else that sparks your fire. And let the energy work its own way. I know what it sounds like, but I've seen it so many times, Duchess. My degree is in technical theatre. Oh, really? You volunteer from a musical? Thank you, Shira. You love musicals too? I want to fight or wait for it. It's true love even. It's true love even if it's meant to be blockages. After overcoming those things, I believe will make everything stronger. Yeah. When we are separate from something, we realize how good it feels to have it with us. We start to appreciate what we may have taken for granted. I find it to be beautiful. Hello, Alcazar. Hi, dear. Oh, hello, Luftbutterblood. No medium of storytelling makes me happier or sad than musicals. One of my favorite musicals is the theatrical production of A Little Shop of Horrors. It's unlike the film adaptation, The Plants Win. Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, this musical, it's called... I'm not sure how to translate it. I actually would like to say The Last Song of the Sparrows. But it wasn't song, it was yelp. But I would like to actually call it The Last Song of the Sparrows. And it's about these two girls who meet when they're very young. And they learn how to play the piano together. And so they sit together and they play this piano. And they're learning and exploring it together. And they start to call each other sparrows. So they start to play around with colors. It's a really complicated story, but it's really beautiful. But there are these colors that are with throughout the musical. Well, if I'm gonna do something with it, I won't say why. These colors are there. But the two girls, they start to call each other. For example, we have blue. So one of them is called Blue-Winged Sparrow. And the other one is green and red. And they call each other, or that person, they call her the green... Oh, I want to say green tail now. It wasn't, because it was green beak. So it's blue wing and green beak. It's in Swedish, so it's very different, but it will be what a translation would say. And they grow up, and they fall in love, and they move in, and then one of them become so good at playing the piano and writing songs so that they get a request to go abroad and to become a singer-songwriter, more or less. And they leave, and then they find someone else to live and marry and have children with. And so it's a very fast track beautiful scene where you see them grow up, moving together, love each other, and then leave. And I love how we did that because as they were moving in, they shifted their hairstyle, and one of the girls had these beautiful bunny tails. It's called, right? Like this, bunny ears. And the last thing that happens is that in an embrace, the other person just pulls them out so that the hair falls down, and that's the last transition of them being adults. I love this. Sorry, it was so much fun doing all of this. I absolutely, and there's so much to it. Because I said it's also about a woman in a mental institute. So everything is happening at the very same time. And one of the girls had this energy or this friend that no one else can see with them, who is always there and supporting until a certain point in the story where everything goes dark. But up until then, he's this quirky, beautiful little friend that plays them a song when they fall in love. It's really beautiful. In Swedish, it's Sparvars sista skri. It's called in Swedish. It is beautiful. Say it in the name of the musical. Yeah. Namnet på musikalen. Sparvars sista skri. Sparrow's last song. Yeah. Sparvars sista skri. Oh, I'm gonna hydrate. Thank you, Alcazar. I hope to make it reality one day. Chupacabra koala. I was sure I could pronounce that, but not today, apparently. When I seen you in other streams, I know, oh yeah, I know now how to pronounce your name. And then here we are. It's beautiful seeing you. So, I'm gonna look into the queue, and then we're gonna do one transference. And then if you are still here, Nikki, we're gonna do your bubble of the day. But I wanna get into the queue, I feel. I'm sorry for talking so much. You know me, guys. You know me. Hello, Odeka. Welcome to our little corner. It's wonderful seeing you. What can I call you? Chupacabra. I was sure. I knew exactly how to pronounce it, but no. Can I call you koala? Or cola? Chupacabra. I know. I was so happy as well when I could pronounce it when I saw you in Luna. I think it was Luna's stream. It could be the Dandies. I can't quite remember, but I saw your name and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna know how to pronounce it next time. Oh dear. Can if you like. I don't mind nicknames. I want to call you Koala. Okay. Let's see who's here. Bumpers. I'm gonna see if I can. It's not showing who is here at the moment. Oh. We're gonna start with the queue from today. Duchess is happy. We're gonna start with the queue from today because I can't quite register who is here or not in pending. So, we will wait till Jonathan gets back and I will ask him if we can look into the issue, but we will go by the queue for the day right now and then we will see. Mage Mookie, I love your name and your energy. Oh, Trust yourself, dear. Welcome to our little corner. So that is what we will do. Hello, Ventus. Hi, love. So you heard what I said. They're not showing as active. So could you see what the issue is? And we will start with Duchess. He was fast. I heard him work with the stove, and then whoop, there he is, and that's in another room. Let's see if this works. It does. What would you like today, Duchess? Would you like a reading, even more than the message that we talked about? Or a healing, general or specific? What do you feel like, dear? Pending this is so long. It is. Hello, Kino. You wanna come say hi? You wanna come say hi? Hi, love. You wanna come say hi? Oh, okay. Benbus, could you come up and let Kuno out? I closed the door. If you... Otherwise, I will do it. I love reading your message, so you want a specific one? Or just about the near future? I don't read fortune, so I'm no fortune teller. I usually don't talk about the future, but we can definitely look and see what there is we can find. Okay? Thank you! Of course, Gyro. I'm gonna light a different candle for you, Duchess. Now you can hear the music though, guys, right? I'm already in a love situation. It's just a mess now due to an arranged and forced marriage she's going through and the global pandemic. Yeah. So this will not surprise you, but they're definitely talking about patience. I'm gonna look into this, Duchess. But there's a reason why this patience needs to be met right now. They talk a lot about red carpets. I love this. I don't think... Sorry, I know that it has nothing to do with anything. But in your energy, they talk a lot about this oriental carpets. It's not about the red carpets, but oriental carpets. And they talk about sitting down and creating these carpets by hand. And I'm not talking about your love situation here, but there's something coming in appreciate the moment, appreciate the craft that has been made for you to experience, because there is something going on here that is meant for you to experience. You need something. So there are two parts to this story. First, you need something to build that interest, that, oh hey, wait, maybe there's something here that is worth waiting for, because you've been very in periods, you've been very, want everything done, but you also had periods where nothing's been, it's this very fast energy and this very almost nothing energy. And they want you to appreciate the craft of what is made in your path. It's interesting. It's the first time I've had this kind of message. Duchess. You know Dutch. I'm sorry. Duchess. It's interesting because it's also bringing you up from that hole in, hey, is anything really meant for me? Is there anything in here? Because it feels like we started out really first curious, but then, oh, we want to do it faster and faster and faster, and there gotta be something from me there, and then nothing really came of it. And this is way before now. This is not now. This is way before now. And then it just nothing happened. and we start to, hey, what happened to everything? What happened? What is going on? And it's everything in between these two stages of mind, in a sense, where they just want to say, okay, you know what? You need to just calm down. It's beautiful, the way that everything that you've done is just trying to live up to what you know that you can achieve, but you've been asking too much. This is tough love. You've been asking too much of yourself because you know that things will happen. The only thing is, you don't know when. So when we go back and we say, okay, so you're in the age between 7 and 10, and you see for yourself, because you're very open to energy and information, and you're very stubborn. Not stubborn in, okay, I'm gonna continue this until it happens and I don't care about nothing else, but more stubborn in that I know this. I'm a knower. I know this deep within. I know that these things will happen. Not how they will happen and not exactly what is in there, but I know. Only problem is, time doesn't exist. So what will happen for you when you are in your 70s, you start to see when you're 14. And you want to have that shaped into what your life is when you're 14. When it needs is time to just balance itself out. I did see a dream about when the time is right, but when is the time right? We as women can bear children until a certain age, yes. But this is the thing, it's not just about this that you're focusing on right now. It has been different things, but you've been seeing what will happen, what will be gifted to you, what will be handed to you, but you've not seen the time for it, when this will be. And this is what they're saying. You need to understand it's not handed to you. It's something that you yourself create along your path. It's something that you yourself let happen. It's not something that will just come to you, be handed to you. You've been asking too much. And when you ask too much of the universe, you ask too much of yourself. Am I saying that you've done this the wrong way? No. Because what have you been doing in asking all of this? You've been loving yourself. You've been seeing the world for all the miracles that it can give. That is beautiful. But it's time to sit down and craft the mat, the carpet that you're on. I think that is why I see it. I see this red oriental mat or carpet that you create with your own fingers. And I think it's a beautiful symbolism to you crafting what you're sitting on. You are in no hurry, Duchess. The impatience comes from knowing. So the only thing we need to add to the recipe is, again, trusting. Hello, Cassandra. Happy Friday. How can you create it? By calming down and trusting. It's interesting. I'm just gonna see so we don't. I had a little hiccup, but I think it went good. It's interesting how you ask about I can't say that word now. Manifesting. You ask about manifestation. Can I tell you a little secret, Duchess? It's not a secret, but it's a little something. That gives me impatience. I want to live certain things before that, at theory at least. You tried many methods of manifesting. You know why you think so much about manifestation? Manifestation? Duchess? Because you already managed to manifest a lot in your life. You don't think about it, because it just is. It's just there. Not everyone experiences this in this way. Duchess, I'm gonna be honest. Already now, things have lined up for you in a little bit. I know it's not always easy, that's not what I'm saying. But you wouldn't know this because you only see it from your perspective. Then trust me, not everyone experiences this. Is that putting a heavy burden on your shoulder and saying, wow, you really gotta appreciate this? No. It just makes sense in why it's such an important part of the puzzle piece for you. Or the puzzle. Actually, the puzzle piece, I would say. We have puzzle pieces in the puzzle pieces. Because it's already something that is always there, you want more and more of it. And it starts to become visible when it doesn't happen anymore. What is it that doesn't happen? Well, they are the things that you know will happen, that you expect to happen because you know them, but you don't give it the time frame that it needs. That's when you start to see, why can't I make this happen? All the things that you've been able to make happen, that you've been part of happening and manifesting, you don't think of, because they've simply been there. You're not a narcissist, no. Of course you're not. You have just, this is your way of perceiving the world. We have our different ways. It's no more nor less than anyone else's. It's just you. And in your way, you have had things happening, manifesting for you. And because you're open, because you know, you expect it now to happen in a grander and grander scale. That's natural. Hello, Tolly Dog. Welcome in there. I manifest career things, money, things quite easily because I don't care about it. But love is hard manifestation because I care about my soulmate and I want us to come together ASAP. Now, if you ask your parents, we go back. You ask your parents for a toy. This is gonna sound awful, but listen to me. If you ask your parents for a toy, and you get it, then you get it. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes they say we need something else to happen before you can have it, right? So we need money, or we need you to show us that. I know that you've got an unlocked touches, that's not what I'm saying. But if we just play with the thoughts, doing a little exploration in our thoughts. Sometimes we need something to happen before we can have something else. So what is it that you need in order to find love? Care to guess? What do you think it is that you need in order to find love, Duchess, before you get it? Your parents would say you got new toy money. Duchess, you need to love yourself. One thing that you've always done, Duchess, is to look around you. Manifest things around you. This opportunity now presents itself to you so that you can start to look within. You are put in separation, not because, but you can use the opportunity to look within, Duchess. You've not done anything wrong in looking without, in looking around you. We all look sometimes around ourselves and sometimes within ourselves. For you, you started to look around you. Now this opportunity gives you a way to look within. Is it fair? You wouldn't think so from the perspective that you're in, and that's okay. But if you can trust it in the process, and you start to see who is experiencing all of this, who am I? What does all the things that I want to manifest and all the things that I have manifested, what does that say about me? It's me. You're one beautiful soulmate. I also think that we meet a lot of people that we get a lot of interaction from. But the one person that will always be there, and I think that you will find your true love. I do. For what you see as being true love, I think you will find that. But the one person that will always, always, always be here from the get-go is you. So this opportunity has presented itself so that to show you that now you have time to turn within. How to do this? Do exactly that. Think about everything that you want to manifest. Everything that you ever wanted to manifest. Write it down. I'm a lot for writing. If you feel it, right? And simply meet it. And feel it inside. Not just here. Not just here. Inside. How does this make me feel? Where in my body, Duchess, do I feel this? I get it, we're gonna be the 9 cups first before we get to 10 of cups, like rich lobsters always. But why would the 10 of cups be given before and then taken away? What lesson do I have to learn if everything was good? This. Highly. The lesson is to go within. And it's not to say, oh, you've been so wrong in never doing that, or you've absolutely never looked within. I'm not saying either. I'm saying at some periods in time we look without, in some periods we look within. It's time for you to take the opportunity to look within. And Duchess, who wanna come with you on your journey is definitely, I'm gonna see if he's in here. And see expectations, Duchess, because I changed the water to the candle, you thought the reading was over. It's not. We were simply changing perspective. We looked within from looking without. Let me see if we're gonna take this one. Okay, I think it's this little fella. There's a puppy that wanna join you, but I'm looking for who it is. It's gonna be both. It's gonna be these two. Hello, Benita. Gonna be this little puppy. as a puppy will still stay as a dog. It's okay, Duchess. You got time. Why? Because you got you. Take this opportunity to simply look within. Start by meeting all that you've already met. In what you've always wanted to manifest. And feel where in the body that sits. Because when we learn to love ourselves, when we learn to meet ourselves, we can't love ourselves 100%. But when we start to, who am I? Who is it that will experience all of these things? You need that in order to be open to who comes in. Because this is a challenge. You need to be strong in you. Simple as that. Does this make sense to you, Duchess? Because I know you're impatient. I know you want to know. Another thing, I had a client who was very just ready to become a parent. And they were talking about, I need this and this and this. Why can't it just happen? Again, like you said, death will come. Will I ever have my family? I need a job. I need a proper, I need somewhere that I need an income. And I need some place to find this, and I need this, and I need this, and I need this. And I said to them, you say that you want to become a parent. What is presented to you right now? You are being asked